And here we are with Simon Sawonia. What did you do today, Simon?
I got second place at lower OTS. Yeah. With Mekk-Knights, pure Mekk-Knights.
Very cool. Take us through it.
Appreciate it. So, you play triple Gearsu, triple purple, triple blue, 2 shifty, red, yellow, and the brick. So all Mekk-Knight, the gimmick is if there's 2 cards in the same column, they're 3 specials, apart from Gearsu, which is for normal. This is all you really need. It sets up your grave, summons tokens, so you can do this. Gets you everywhere. It's the best 1-card starter. It's the only 1-card starter. Purple banishes the search one with a different name. It's level 8, which is relevant. Blue can search up to 3 cards, ideally. It searches however many cards your opponent has in its column. So these all kind of search and they further your combo, so you max them out. Shifty targets any Mekk-Knight to move it to a different main monster zone, and it's a soft once per turn, so if you have 2 you can use both. Red, yellow, they pop. This pops face-up monsters, this pops spells and traps. They're not once per turn at all, so as long as you have Mechs in grave, you can resolve their effects. And the fist, this is kind of the brick, it's your foolish off of Gearsu. If it's summoned, you get a search, and just the fact that it sits in grave makes your lib much better, which I'll go over in the extra. For the spells and traps, we've got double succession. Most people play 1, but I think 2 is really fucking good because it's a settable spell and trap that you can activate the same turn. The fact that you have a second means that late game your grind is much better. 2 memory. This is kind of E-Telly, but worse E-Telly because it locks you into Mekk-Knights, and Mekk-Knights are kind of shit. So you don't really want to like be locked because it locks you out of the best cards of your extra. And the tokens that Gearsu summons are not Mekk-Knight tokens; they're World Legacy tokens, meaning you can't start with this. The further you can't really get very far with this. So I think playing 3 is very bricky. You search 1 for your main combo, and then you want to set 1 for your opponent's turn, and that's kind of it. Key is good for recursion. It's good for the grind, and it negates traps, which there's a lot of monkey shit going on in my locals, so this is very relevant. 2 secret. This is the most broken card in the main deck. It's not once per turn. Targets any level 5 or higher in your grave and reborns it, and negates Mekk-Knight. Negates monsters in the same column as the Mekk-Knight. So you can bring back things like Winder if you want to play Instant Fusion. You can loop Chaos Angel. You can bring back Dragoon. There's like a lot of unfair shit you can do with this. For non-engine, I blind second in all aspects of life. So I play no hand traps because I'm terrified of thrust and talents. Because if they rip my Gearsu, I kind of like don't play the game. So I'm not playing any hand traps. I just want to break your board. So I play triple Gamma Seal. There's also level 8 which comes up. Triple Prosp because I need to find my Gearsu. Triple Droplet. This is for things like Acid Golem, or if I'm Ibly locked, or just things like that, it comes up. Also if like against Rescue Ace, if they do Turbulence, normally if you imperm, they can like emergency it away or something like that, but if you send a spell, you can play around it. Double Thrust because other people are insecure and they play hand traps and I want to punish them. Double Talents for the same reason. Normally you just go for the hand rip because Prosperity stops you from drawing, and I'll always prefer to use Prosper than this, but 2's good. Double Storm because it's semi-limited. No one plays around this anymore. Everyone summons an attack because it's just kind of fallen off the earth, but it comes up a lot. Change of Heart and Duster. I mainly use this to take Xyzes, just to make my own Zeus, but it's always good. Again, I can set it and activate it, so it's fucked. Duster is really good as well. And then triple Evenly. So Evenly and Droplet will break any board, and you can't change my mind. Evenly is really nice. Like, yeah, it just forces a lot, and now I can just play in main 2. So that's the main. I'll go side deck next because it kind of explains some of the extra. So triple Ibly. I side this in going first because it's an extra normal summon. It makes Blue Sky live turn 1. It turns off things like Storm, Evenly, that kind of thing. Triple Droll for if I'm playing against something that I need a hand trap for, like Dark Lord especially, I'm scared of, because they can just hand loop me and like nothing else does anything. Triple Imperm. I side this in quite often. I didn't really want to main it because not a lot of things lose to just one hand trap. So I thought I'll go heavy on board breakers, and then game 2 or 3, if for example the turtle is irrelevant or if storms are irrelevant, I can side in something that's like a safe bet against everything. 2 Duster, 2 Dim Barrier, 1 Herald, and 1 Whispers. So this is just good for extra back row hate. This is a turn skipper against a lot of things. It's a thrust target as well. I wanted to play 2 instead of 1 so I can prosperity into it, which came up today against Pearly. 1 Herald. It's another thrust target. It's against Pearly and Unchained because you just get rid of the Caesar, which is quite nice. And then Whispers. This does the same as Secret or Key, but it negates spells. I wouldn't main it because it doesn't like break boards or anything, and I blind second, but it's definitely good to side in. And then for the extra, there's tokens. 2 Morningstar. You don't need 3. 3 never comes up. The only time you would need 3 is if you were Mekk-Knight locked and you had to make Avramax with 2 of these. But if I'm only playing 2 memory, it pretty much never comes up. 1 Avramax. You always try and end on this. It's really, really good. A lot of decks still struggle to make this, to out this, sorry. So it's very, very nice. Triple Lib. This is the best card in the entire deck. It sets a card from deck, so it can't be ashed. It non-target shuffles if it's used as link material. It's generic. It's very, very good for breaking boards. It sets everything up and it's completely fucked. Double Ding. I play a lot of level 8s, and this is good removal, and it's a good like line into Zeus, and then 1 Zeus. Ideally, I'd probably play 1 Ding and 2 Zeus, but these are the cards I own, so I kind of went with it, and it didn't really come up. Like it wasn't an issue. 1 Link Spider, 1 Almirage, and 1 Lingeribo. This is for if I get a random token. So typically, I don't want to have things in my main monster zone other than Mekk-Knights, because if I have like a random thing here, it kind of turns off the trap because they can just play in the column of whatever this is. So if I get nibbed, if they give me like if Dino gives me a token or anything like that, I can just link it off into Link Spider and it clears everything. Almirage is for Droll if I need to make a column, or for Ibli, and then this is obviously for Ibli as well. And then 1 IP, 1 Unicorn, and 1 access code which has been pillaged. I found it.
Can you pillage it?
These aren't like too relevant. Ideally, access code is obviously very good, so definitely play this, but IP and Unicorn are a little bit out of date. Ideally, I'd play SP, but I don't own it and I don't want to pay for it. But you'd play like SP. You could maybe get away with playing 2 SP or just SP and IP. That's fine, but like it's fine. Unicorn's a good like level 3 to go into access code, and it's another attribute engrave because everything else is lights. So, but yeah, I was pretty happy with everything, and the deck performed really well today. Matchup wise, round 1. I played against Lab Unchained. I opened really well and he opened really badly, so that was a quick 2-0. Round 2, I played against Pearly. He made me go first because he knew what I was playing, and he's a little bit of a wimp. He couldn't handle what I was doing. He beat me game 1, and then I won game 2 and game 3. Round 3, I played against Josh on Unchained, who obviously won the whole thing. He played really well, and I kind of like made some poor decisions because I barely played against Unchained at locals, but fair play to him, he played really well. And then round 4, I played against Rescue Ace, and I shit on him. Rescue Ace isn't really that scary, in my opinion, but yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's fine. Cheers for that.
That's my pro. No worries.
In a bit.
Go.